So guys, it's your boy Skedda and today I'm gonna show you the mastering inside my project. But before I start showing you, the first thing I want to tell you is this. A few important rules after the mastering. Rule number 1. Always check your mix using other speakers, using your phone, using your headphones. Always check your mix in every other source you can find, okay? That's the first rule. The second rule is always ask for a feedback. Upload your track in private on SoundCloud and then send the link at least to 5-10 friends, and in all of them ask them how your track sounds. I don't care how the structure is, because whatever sound you use or how you write, that's your own thing. But how your mix down sounds, that's something that you actually want someone else to tell you. You need someone to tell you that, okay, your snare, I can't hear your snare, or your bass needs a little bit more volume. That are things that you need someone else to tell you if you can't understand yourself, which is pretty normal. Sometimes after working a lot of hours in the mixdown, we can understand easily differences. So those two important rules: check your mix in other sources and always ask for feedback. So now let's start by showing you what I have in my mastering chain and what I do in my mastering. The first thing that I have in Ableton is an overdrive. Yeah, at 5% I like using a little bit of distortion in my tracks. This is something that it fits my style. Okay, if your style doesn't need that much of distortion, you don't need it. Mostly in Morty, in Dubstep, Tearout, we use a lot of distortion, but in more regular dubstep genres, you don't need it, okay? After that, I had my mid-side process. I used it because I felt that I need to gain up a little bit my mid, which is normal a lot of times in my tracks. What I have, what is the mid-side process is, well, is an audio rack using two chains, one mid and one side, and inside on each chain I have a utility, one in the mono and one in the sides. Okay, pretty easy. After that I have my Ozone 8. In my Ozone 8 I don't use presets or anything like that, because it's a good point to start with a preset that you like, but after a while I suggest you to just starting making something of your own. Make your own presets, okay? I use a little bit of EQ, the mids, not big things. When you mastering, it's not like mixing. You can take the EQ and do all crazy things. When you mastering, you shape the whole track, so you don't need actually to do very dramatic things with your VSTs. So in the mids I boost a little bit at the 200 and I cut a little bit at the high frequencies. And on the sides I cut all the low frequencies that I don't need on the sides, and I boost a little bit on the mids and a very small cut at the high frequencies. After that I like using Vintage compressor. It's pretty easy actually. I just drop the threshold a little bit just to show here a couple dBs. Nothing too much. And also I don't use the auto function. I just give myself 1.5 dB. After that, the exciter, I enable oversample, and yeah, I enable the oversample, and I adjust everything as I like it. Usually I use dual triode because for me retro is very distorted sound. It gives a very distorted theme on your track. I don't know if you want it. You have to be really careful if you use retro. Tube on the other side and warm is more subtle. Dual triode for me is perfect. It's a good one actually. It's a classic. After my exciter, I go to my imager. Well, I drop down all the low. I don't need sides on the low frequencies. I boost it on the highs, as you see, and a little bit on the mids. And also I cut a little bit on the mid-low. But this is what I do. On your own tracks, your settings, it's only normal to be different, okay? And always when I use my imager, I check my track in mono. Nice. After that, I use a little bit of post-EQ just to fix a couple things. In this track, I thought that I need more sub. And this is what I did here. I boost my low frequencies. Pretty easy. After using my Ozone, I use a little bit of OTT at 15%. I like how it shapes my track. Sorry guys. I like how it shapes my track and the effect that it gives, actually. That's why I use it. Then a little bit of saturation. Why not? A little bit of saturation at medium curve at 25%. And after that, the limiter. Invisible limiter. To be honest, for me guys, this is by far the best limiter ever. I mean, for real. The best limiter ever. It has input gain, output gain, unity gain for monitoring. You can change the oversampling, the latency, how it the overshot, left-right mode or mid-side mode, limit level. It's dope. For me, this is dope. You should buy it. What else? And guys, yeah, this is my mastering chain. Pretty simple, I know, but remember, the good sounding track, actually no, a track that sounds good is because of the mixdown. If your mixdown is dope, things are gonna be very easy in the mastering process. Always remember the mixdown. Using EQ, using compression, using reverb, fix the volumes, the panning, all this. This is what actually makes a good track. Mastering, on the other hand, is something that is gonna polish your track. It's gonna make it at the final stage dope. But remember, if your track sounds like a crap, it's mostly because of the mixing. Mastering, I mean, all you do in mastering is, again, a little bit of EQ, a little bit of compression, a little bit of distortion, and limiting. That's it. Your track, if it doesn't sound good, is because of your mixing. Always remember that, guys, okay? And don't forget, after mastering, we send our track to a few friends to have good feedback, and also we test our track in different sources: headphones, our cell phone. It's very important. A lot of people like to hear tracks on their cell phone. Okay, speakers and headphones. So guys, this is it. I really hope you enjoyed what I saw you here. See you next time, and don't forget, like and subscribe and leave a nice comment. I would love talking with you. If you have any questions, if you have an idea for a future video, all this stuff. Yes? See you next time.